Hi Ashley, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm
Sorry.
good. I hope your voice gets better soon.
I think that's it sounds about as bad as it feels, but I feel better than I did. So
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, get water as you need
yes.
it. No worries here. Um, Other than your voice,
Yeah.
how's your day so far?
Good. A little sad that it was raining because it was actually really nice out this morning.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I'm excited. So it's Halloween. In
I
2 days. We have 2 days.
Yeah, is that your favorite holiday?
It is. My favorite movie is Halloween and Christmas combined. It's The Nightmare Before Christmas, and it's just
Oh yeah.
it's perfect. I'm so excited for Halloween.
Mm-hmm. Oh cool, cool. And so how was your week since we talked last?
Busy. Oh my gosh. I had fun though. The classes, I will tell you, you do yoga, right?
Yeah.
It's not for, people who are like, I've done all this stuff before. I can do yoga. No, the yoga will kick your butt. I've been kicked, I will tell you. But I'm trying. It's fun.
Okay.
And they don't laugh when you fall.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was interesting.
So, and that was one of your goals, was to find a couple of classes.
Yeah.
So you found the yoga.
They have traditional yoga. They're trying to offer hot yoga. Not interested in that. But then they have core strengthening yoga. So there's two classes of that I've tried, or I want to try. I did the regular yoga. And you can always do I call it the baby version, where they're like, just stay in the back, go as, yeah. But I wasn't the only one falling, so I felt okay.
Okay.
But no, it was good. It was long. Like a lot of breathing and slower paced versus running where you're kind of like, you go and then you're done.
Mm-hmm.
So it was different, but I liked it. It felt good afterwards.
Oh, good. And how many times did you do it?
I did that one once.
Mm-hmm.
I stood in the spinning class because, again, I missed it. It filled up too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And then I looked into, I guess it's like a martial arts. It just said mixed on the label, so I went in just to see what it was. And we kind of did like the dance thing, Zumba mixed with kickboxing, mixed with, it was just a crazy fast-paced cardio class.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of fun, though.
Okay, so you did that one
Yeah.
too.
I did too, and it was tiring as well. It was a little shorter. It was only about 35 minutes instead of the 45 to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But it flew by because you're dancing the whole time. You just don't want to see yourself doing it. I imagine that if somebody walked in, they all thought we were crazy. But it was fun. You get moving, and it was different.
Absolutely. Oh, cool. I'm glad that you were able to try those two things.
Yes.
So are those classes that you think you'll continue on with?
The dance one, maybe. I was the youngest one there, but it was interesting, and it was all girls, so that was cool too. I definitely want to do the yoga one. I consider it a challenge at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's I should be able to do this. I'm strong enough in some aspects, but it's definitely its own version of slower paced strength training.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about that too, and that's stuff that you can always practice at home. Because
Right.
I know there's a lot of morning routines that people do.
Mm-hmm.
So she gave me the person on YouTube that the instructor watches when she does hers at home.
Nice.
So I want to check that out because I can get that on my TV.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about that.
Oh, cool.
So I can't get snowed in and have no excuse. That's my whole goal for the winter. Because
Yeah.
it's supposed to be snow again. I was like, I have no excuse. If I have anything else, I know how to do some yoga by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I was excited about that too.
Awesome. And so what do you think the best part of accomplishing this goal was?
They were actually, I can't wait to go back. They were fun. I was really nervous. Anything new that you try, you go in and you want to hide in the back of the class. And the dance class ended up being up front just because everyone else was already in the back of the class.
Yeah.
But the more you try, the more you want to try.
Right.
You walk away from that going, I want to do that again. I wonder if there's anything else like it, or if I really like the instructor. What else do they do? And that's how I found about the core strengthening, because the instructor that does the regular yoga does that one too, and she has abs of steel. So I'm very intrigued on taking those. Obviously, I'm not going to be there, but I'm excited that it's more comfortable for me to go now.
Yeah.
I met them once, and I don't remember their names. I'm really bad, but I know if I go in, they're gonna be like, "Welcome back!" They're excited to see me again, and it's just a close knit gym. I like it.
That's so cool, and it seems like this was a really positive thing for you then to try this week.
Yes.
So cool.
Even if I felt like a fool in the meantime.
And so, what would you say then your percentage of success was with this goal?
That one,
You had to put a
100.
number.
Like
100%?
I actually found them. They were online, so I didn't even have to go in and like, oh, there's not one for another hour or anything. They're posted, and then they have additional classes that you can see when you're there.
Oh, great.
So I know that the set schedule ones, I can always set my clock by them and set up my routine. I'm going to test a few other ones out, though. I'm curious.
Yeah.
The mixed one was fun.
Oh, good, good. And those are, last time you talked about the cross training as being an important part of your training. So, that's really cool that you found those ones and you're willing to try them again. So tell me how the other goal went then with searching for your recipes.
It was recipes. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was because I didn't write it down when I left. I put it in my phone when I got in my car. I found a couple. My cousin and I are going to try a few this weekend. She's worried about flavor, and I was like, me too. So we're going to we found 4 recipes we're going to try this weekend, and we're going to half them and do dinner taste tests.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that, and they're all sides, which I love my sides. I'm not a big turkey eater at Thanksgiving, but I like my mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes and broccoli, and I'm excited about that. She said that she'll even buy the food. And then the week after that, I found, what is it? It's like a tofurkey, like tofu turkey kind of thing. Because I read about all the turkeys that, were killed for the holiday, and I got a little sad about that. So she's actually willing to try that as well, which it can't hurt to have another option there. Smaller turkey.
Yeah.
And then the tofurkey. And it actually, the way it looked on the internet and the pictures that they had, it looked like really good. Not the squares of tofu you're expecting.
Yeah.
It actually looked like slices of turkey, and they made a turkey salad kind of thing with it. So I was excited about that.
Oh, nice.
I have about like 22 recipes that I pulled off that I'm going through, and as long as they don't have too many ingredients. One of them had I scrolled way too much, and I was like, that's a little too intense for me. But the ones that have 4 or 5 things, and I'm almost like, I can do that. And it's all recognized ingredients. It's not like molasses or the corn syrup or anything like that.
Okay.
So that turned out really well too. I was excited.
So it sounds like you have a lot that you found, and then 4 definite ones that you're going to try for this weekend.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. And so I know and you said just now that those are all sides.
The ones that we're trying
dishes?
this weekend.
Okay.
Because she's in charge of sides, so she's like, if I'm gonna make them, I want to make sure I like them. The ones that like the tofurkey. I think I'm saying that right. That sounds like I feel like I'm cussing.
Yeah. Sounds
And then there's healthier versions. We always have ham at Thanksgiving or Christmas as an alternative, and there's healthier options because they tend to use a lot of sugar to sweeten it up, and 2 other main course versions of what we have. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but the ones this weekend, and they're gluten-free was my other goal.
Nice.
Because obviously a lot of bread and everything fill up around the holidays, but I couldn't find any desserts that I even found appealing. I'm looking up cookie recipe because that's usually my downfall. Is I have one pie recipe that I'm interested in, but the rest of them they didn't even sound good to me anymore. So I was kind of excited about that actually. I was like, I'm turned off by the sugar and even the pictures of them. So I was excited about that. I wasn't worried about the desserts. They were going to come, but I think that even if they were offered at this point, my palate has changed. That I wouldn't want it. I had a slight sugar coma the other day. I had 1 sugar cookie, and it was so we're out. You have the one, I was so tired. An hour later, I'm just ready for bed. Felt like I just ate a whole thing of sugar and was just unconscious from it. So I didn't like that. So by the time I ended up looking up the recipes, nothing like that even appealed. I was excited.
Yeah. So you're really noticing the difference when you have something sugary like that.
Yeah. And I was like, I like the shortbread cookies where they're just hard bread.
Yeah.
And they're not necessarily flavorless, but they're just they're cleaner. They don't feel, I think heavy was the best way to do it. Like I was eating the cookie and I'm like halfway through I'm like, not really.
Too much.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like that though.
Mhm.
I got my water, sat down for a little bit, and then I was like, I want a salad. Well, Salad Works. We cheated a little bit because it's at Salad Works, but still, it's greens.
That's great. That's awesome. So, and I just want to go back to that goal too, real quick to review. I know that you wanted to do 2 lunch and 2 dinner recipes. So, did something get in the way of that? Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I was thinking about the holidays.
That's
what I'm doing with my cousin, because she was texting me before we came in. For the holidays, we're making sides.
Okay.
I found, sorry.
It's okay.
I found a few that were, like, make ahead. You eat it for dinner and then have the leftovers for lunch meals, which
so you did.
I'm totally okay with because I like having something different for dinner, but I don't mind eating reheated stuff for lunch. And a lot of them were still, like, dark winter greens, which are fresh vegetables that you grow throughout the winter.
Yeah.
So I was excited. And I did one today. It was just a little bit of sunflower oil, which I've never tried. And I had spinach and romaine lettuce and then just grilled chicken, which was only grilled with a little bit of olive oil. It was so good.
So good.
I know. I ate, like, you fill up the bowl and you're like, this isn't going to fill you up. And then I'm sitting there like, I'm good.
Yeah.
And despite the cold, I was good for the rest of the day. I was always worried that if I eat like a little or too healthy of a lunch that it was going to be done. But I did that. I had my cucumbers and green tea and I was like...
Feeling good.
I did. Felt a little uppity too. I was like, don't watch what I'm eating. I feel like I'm... Because they're eating pizza and I'm like, no, don't look. But like I didn't even want the pizza or anything. I was like, I was so proud of what I had already made. And it was really good. I'm excited.
That's
tonight... I don't remember what the recipe is tonight, but I started it. I made one last Friday and ate the lunch on Saturday, and then I did last night's dinner and today's lunch. I don't remember what happened Monday. Okay. Whatever. But I have another recipe that I'm doing tonight. Yeah. That's going to be dinner and then lunch tomorrow.
Oh, great. Great.
Yeah. I like those. Those are my favorite because you get to make the full thing and just cut it in half and eat this now.
Yeah.
Those worked out really well.
Yeah, leftovers are nice to have.
They are. They're easy. Grab and go. In this container already and everything. So yeah, that actually, I jumped right to the holidays. Sorry, it's Halloween.
Oh, cool.
That's why.
Yeah, in that holiday state of mind.
Yes.
So do you think you learned anything maybe from kind of experimenting and exploring with your recipes so far?
That I actually really do like salads, and it's not just eating bunny food. Like you can put a lot on it.
Yeah.
You can do... I like Salad Works because they have a lot of things that I wouldn't think of. I like craisins on salad. They're like little pieces of... Because they're so sweet, they're like candy.
Yeah.
Salad. And I learned how to grow chicken inside.
Nice.
Which I was excited about because I was like, you always want, like in the middle of winter, just like in the middle of summer, for some reason you're craving like hot chocolate. In the middle of winter, you want a grilled chicken. I made one on my stove last night and it turned out really well.
Oh, incredible.
Good
job.
I've never cooked with sunflower oil before. Like it's better than any dressing that I've had. It's not too sweet. It just gives it enough. I was really excited. The little things you learn. And I was like, oh, I'll add that to my list of things I know in the kitchen that this is what I have in the fridge. What can I throw together? It's my repertoire.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Good.
That's so awesome to hear. So what do you think your percentage of success was then with this goal?
150.
Oh, way over the top.
Because I didn't want to be at the computer, so I ended up opening a bunch of stuff, and in the middle of one recipe, I was done sitting. Like, I couldn't sit anymore, so I took my tablet in the kitchen and made one of them. And it was on Friday. As I was looking up the ingredients, I was like, I have all this stuff, we're going to try it. And it was an Italian glaze thing, but you didn't use Italian dressing. It was the fresh spices that I already had, and a little bit of olive oil, and you made your own. It was chicken and potatoes and fresh green beans. I snapped them all and everything, and it was delicious. Yeah. And I brought the leftovers to my cousin's on Saturday, and she's like, fine, we'll try your recipes. So it worked out good. I'm getting her on board. Slowly but surely, I'm getting her.
One day at a time.
Yes.
Well, it seems like you had a really great week, and you tried new recipes, new exercise classes, like just moving right along in the right direction. So Are those things that you want to keep working on then, moving forward?
Oh yeah, I still have my tablet. It's charging in the kitchen at this point because I have all the recipes open. I'm going to do one at a time and see if I like it or don't, and I'm saving them in my actual recipe book as I go if I like it or anything I tweak.
Oh, cool.
So I like that.
Good. That seems really awesome. So, last time we talked, I know you had mentioned a little bit of nervousness you were kind of having about Thanksgiving and, just how your family was going to react to your side dishes and things like that. So I just wanted to know if there was anything you wanted to talk about in there.
In helping with my Halloween costume, I got in touch with my aunt who's going to help her oldest son who's hosting Thanksgiving this year in his house. And I asked her, the eldest of my mother's family and all that, what would be the best way to even offer these alternative or anything like that. She's like, honestly, mix it in. The boys won't know the difference. Don't tell them. Let them know afterwards, just so that you made it and you're really excited and you hope everyone likes it. They'll tell you if they don't care for it or you just won't see them eating too much, but don't tell them. It's not going to hurt them to eat something healthier.
Yeah.
And then she gave me a hug and said, I'm really proud of you. You've done so much. And
so she's supportive of you then.
And
that's great.
She's my mother's older sister, and I, hit or miss. I mean, I don't really talk to her that much one-on-one, but she's sewing, so I needed help with my costume.
Yeah.
And it was just great to have that conversation with her.
Mm-hmm.
And even she said that she'd bring one less bottle of wine that she was planning to just to be on my side. I was like, thank you. I appreciate that.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay.
So I have her support.
Yeah. So then you're just going to kind of mix in your healthy stuff and not really say anything, and you feel okay with that? Just kind of see how they react?
I'm going to know where everything is.
Right.
I've actually laid out the table and counters of where everything's going to be because I wanted the flow of how you're going to load your plate so that I make sure I'm not getting the wrong, if somebody actually makes extra sweet potatoes, I want to make sure that I get my version. So I have it all laid out of the butcher paper, and everyone's going to label what it is, and it's going to look really cute. Pinterest.
Oh, cool.
But
love Pinterest.
It's actually going to be, I'm going to put something next to mine to know which ones, and that way people can, what's this one? Oh, that's the one I made. Let me know how you feel about it, or get them in without really telling them. Which, again, she's like, it's not lying, they're eating healthy, it's not going to kill them, right? Yeah. She's like, joking with me, but I was like, I promise. I'm much better at cooking than I used to be.
Yeah.
So I was really excited when she said that. It was a huge load off my shoulders. I was like, all right.
So you're feeling okay about it, and it's kind of cool that you're gonna have your plan too. So you're gonna know what the healthy foods are, so you can stay on track, even if nobody else is into it. That's fine because you're on track, and that's really what matters here.
And she I told her that I wanted to make sure we had smaller plates too, even though we're all adults. And she said, just keep that as an option. My family, we always go back and get seconds of sides, and so I was like, that will be my excuse for the smaller plates. There'll be more dishes for me to do, but at least they're there for me. So was really helpful with that too. She's like, just tie it in. Don't make a big deal about it. Sneak it in, and it'll be all right. Yeah. I needed that because again, I was worried about going in, arms raised, and we're all going to fight about this, but she said, there's no need.
Okay.
I'm excited.
All right, so you're feeling okay with that then?
Yeah. And I didn't plan on talking to her about that, but I'm glad it came up the way it did. And I forgot it was one of my goals. I didn't remember telling you that I was nervous about that.
Yeah.
But even my cousin's kind of on board. She knows, but she doesn't know what I'm bringing that's going to be healthy. It's going to be everything, but she doesn't know that yet. But,
and it seems like she's becoming more on board too. If she's willing to try your recipes with you this weekend, it seems like that's another person that you can kind of count on for support.
Yeah. Even when she asked me to go shopping with her the week before, and I'm hoping to go down and share my wisdom of this is better than this because look at the ingredients or whatever like that. I like having that knowledge and her being open to it.
Yeah.
So, I'm very excited.
Cool. And I know it's important to you, too, that your family's healthy, and especially her. I know you're so close with her.
Yeah.
So just, you're getting more knowledgeable every week, it seems like. So you're going to have lots to share.
Yeah, I'm very excited. That's
good.
the only problem I think now is I'm so excited that they're all healthy versions that I don't want to make sure you have this because it's better for you. Like, I'm going to have to be like, it's whatever.
Just kind of play it off.
Yep, nonchalant.
All right. Well, is there anything for this coming week that you want to work on as far as, anything that you want to set a goal on or?
I really, this weekend, and because it's Halloween and everything that goes with that, and then next week and next weekend is the beginning of all of the family parties.
Mm-hmm.
There's a birthday this Saturday, there's a birthday next Tuesday, there's a party next Saturday. It's once the end of October, and actually it started last weekend. My cousin turned 13.
Mm-hmm.
She's all grown up. From October 25th until my birthday on Valentine's Day, it's just nonstop in my family. Everyone's born in winter. I want to keep my head straight. I have a calendar at home, and I want to sit down and go, this is what I'm going to do despite anything, like eating before I go to a party so that I'm not as tempted to go, well, I haven't eaten anything today, so, I can have a couple extra. I don't know, cookies don't look good to me anymore, so I don't know what it might be, but not limiting myself so much as just keeping myself on track. I'm trying to think of how to word that.
Well, how do you think you might do that? I mean, you mentioned the calendar, so are you gonna write in what you're eating then, or?
Like the surprise party is gonna be after my aunt goes to work or comes home from work on Saturday. So, I'm obviously going to eat at the party, but what can I do ahead of time? Well, obviously, run in the morning because after the party I'm going to be too tired, just adjusting. I usually run at night, adjusting my calendar to accommodate the things that are going to happen and how I can plan around them without taking things away that I want to do. I want to still work out. I still want to go to the classes. The swim is in the morning, and making sure I have everything in my schedule that's fitting in with everything else that's going on with the parties and holidays. And oh gosh, somebody from the library is retiring next Thursday too. I just remembered because I have to tell them whether or not I'm going.
Okay. So really then finding a balance between all of this.
Yes. Yeah. That's a good word for it. It's because it's not that I don't want to go or participate. It's just making sure that I'm being true to me in everything that I'm doing. I do want to run and work out, and it's getting colder in the mornings, but there's still a way to find it, even if it's going to the gym instead of going outside, because it is 37 degrees in the morning. I'm not quite ready for that yet. I have to buy some winter running pants. But it's how to word that. Because I do it sounds very cluttered when I say it out loud like that.
Well, I mean, why don't you tell me, so is it are you going to use a day planner, or what are you going to?
It's a week-to-week one.
Okay.
And I liked it because it had a morning, noon, and night, so I was going to do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because I am planning I found a lot of the make it for dinner, eat it for lunch recipes.
Right.
So I want to plan them out for grocery shopping, obviously, and then the ones where there's parties or events to go to, either making sure that I eat beforehand or work out in the morning as opposed to after work, because I won't have time to work out, shower, and then go to the event.
Okay. So then it sounds like starting at the beginning of your week and looking ahead just for the week.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out where you're going to fit everything in, what your meals are going to look like.
Yeah.
Does that sound about right?
So it's the meal planning, and at least 3 times. I would like to work out 4 times, including a class. Weather permitting. Again, I'm excited about the snow too.
Okay. So, and this is something that you want to start for this coming week then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's going to be Saturday is November 1st. And
that's crazy.
I know. It seemed like it was dragging, and now it's like, slow down. There's Christmas stuff in all the stores. And actually, I was going to start tonight
Okay,
while
so
one of my
tonight.
meals was cooking, and look ahead at from Saturday to next Saturday what's going on and all the meals and the working out and
Mhm.
like fitting 2 workouts in on Saturday does not equate to working out.
Mhm.
Like it's a day for me. Like
So I'm just wondering, do you feel that it would be beneficial to keep it right, all of this into one goal, or do you think it might
between the two,
make it split it
that
so
way
that it seems a little bit more manageable and we can kind of break it down a little bit more?
yes,
What do you think?
I like that because I was trying to blanket it and I was like this gets too nitty gritty.
Yeah. Okay. So why don't you kind of talk me through breaking that up then?
All right.
What's that going to look like?
He's gonna have one that's for working out and one that's for meals.
Okay.
I don't like calling it diet because it's not a. You have another pen?
Is it dying?
A little bit. I have a glue stick.
I don't know if that will work.
No.
Oh, right here. I have a pencil.
Sweet. Can't go wrong with pencil. And
Sorry
then
about
the
that.
nails. No, you're fine.
Okay, so we're going to have a working out goal and we're going to have a meal planning goal.
Yes. I don't necessarily call them freebies, but I know that realistically, there's going to be at least 1 or 2 meals that aren't going to be like at home, and it's going to be verbatim. My breakfasts are really good. I've been getting up early and making smoothies with frozen berries. How have I been missing out on that in my life? Oh my gosh. I brought mine in today because I didn't finish it at home, and she's like, "What is that?" I was like, "I know, it smells so good." All right, so starting with the meals.
Meal, okay.
I'm going to say that between Sunday and Thursday, having them planned out, like verbatim, not verbatim, like an idea of what I'm eating and what's going to be had. That gives me Friday and Saturday to either have leftovers or wing it or salad
And
works.
so tonight you're going to work on that, this. Is that what you said? Okay.
So going to plan meals. Well, let me be more specific. Breakfasts are easy. I'm on that kick of having the fruit, and I missed fruit. I love frozen fruit. It's the best invention ever. Plan meals, meaning lunch and dinner. For Sunday through Thursday. And that's easy for the big head things for Sunday, like some of the sides or even. Yeah, I made grilled chicken and last meat because I made a lot of it. I had the whole pack thawed, so I just did the whole pack. Chicken lasts a few days once it's already cooked. Monday through Thursday, so plain meals for lunch and dinner Monday through Thursday.
Monday? Are we saying
or Sunday? I'm sorry, Sunday through Thursday.
Sunday through Thursday. And are you gonna write this down? Are you gonna pull recipes out? How are you gonna kind of keep that organized?
I am. I'm gonna do recipes because that's how I shop. Like I usually figure out Saturday night and go shopping on Sunday with all the old ladies in the morning. So plan meals for Sunday through Thursday using recipes.
And this is tonight you're doing this. So
yeah.
Does that goal look good to you then? How you have it?
Yes.
Okay. And what would you say your confidence would be on this?
My confidence. Oh, I'm excited about this. I have so many tabs open. My computer actually shut itself down the other day. But it has the auto save.
Oh, good.
So I like that. For Fridays and Saturdays, I know that it will be winged. It will be winged at times. It'll just be what it is. But while I'm looking at my recipes, I'm probably just going to jot down. I'm going to write a loose idea. Because usually there's always that one that's like, if I get to it this week. Because there's some Fridays where I don't go out or do anything. So I'm going to write a loose idea listed. And I'll write them on my weekly planner so that if it's, I am going to be home that day, I already have an idea of what I'm going to get.
Okay. I see what you mean.
And then I'll make sure that it's probably ties in with the ingredients that I'm going to need to buy anyway. So it's not like I'm buying something weird that I'm never going to get to.
Okay, great. So, and you said you're pretty confident, so if you had to pick a number.
For that, between 1 and 10, right? 10.
A 10.
Like, I'm already seeing it in my head.
Okay.
I'm excited about that.
And since you're picking so high, is this something that's too easy?
No, I'm confident that I can plan it out. My execution, I'm going to give it about a 7.
Okay.
Because I know that there's some days you get home from work and, like, I've done it where I've delayed the workout for an hour or so. Like, I actually did come home and sit down for a few, and sometimes it's just those days. But I don't like that. I end up gypping myself out of good weather from outside, and then I have to come home earlier, or I don't know.
So there's some things that might get in the way of...
Yeah, and I'm trying to not think of negatively, but I know that there's something that's going to happen. But I've been good about making note of what it was and why it happened. Like, if I work with kids, sometimes it's a rough day for them, which makes it a rough day for me. And if that's the reason, then I try to convince myself even more. Like, you do feel better after you work out. You're not going to, like, fall asleep, wake up, and then you have that whole mess of your sleeping schedule and whatnot. So planning the meals is half the excitement. Getting to the store, making sure that I get the ingredients and cooking. Like, I think I already told you I canceled my Netflix, so I was like, I don't have time for that anymore because this takes up a lot of it. It's still kind of new to me, having so much to fill my time. And, like, I was up last night. I did make dinner, but it was, like, 9 o'clock that I was making it instead of, like, a normal dinner time.
Yeah.
A little mad at myself about that, but I did. I came home and sat down after the workout. I got in, took a shower, laid in my bed with the tablet, and was just goofing off. Again, I did make lunch today though, and it was delicious. But it was weird with my with the planning of everything. If I had planned it better, I could have been in bed at a reasonable time, etc.
Okay. So it sounds like though that you're aware of when these things happen, and so maybe that can help you, fight through that.
Yes.
And okay.
My aunt calls it being a grown-up. She goes, "It stinks. You just got to do it." It's not stuff when you don't want to. Obligated.
Okay.
Not obligated because I want to do it.
Yes.
So the working out.
Yes. So tell me about that then.
Part of the 1 week that I'm hoping to have is week by week, if I know there's a party right after work, either adjusting my whole week because I tend to have Mondays I'll do it, Tuesdays I'll do it, Wednesdays and Thursdays I'll take off, Friday and Saturday. Like, I end up doing them more back to back and adjusting my schedule accordingly.
Okay.
So working out 3 times minimum.
Do you have an idea of which days, or that's going to come when you look at the calendar?
Like, I know that next week I have off Tuesday, but the kids have off Tuesday. And then Friday I'm helping plan the surprise party. Like, I'm helping make everything, and I'm setting it up. So that's 2 days that I know I'm going to be thrown because the Tuesday we're going to get the rest of the supplies because I'll be down here anyway as opposed to up in Wilmington.
Mm-hmm.
And then Friday, so those 2 days I'll have to bump to move my Tuesday and my Friday workouts.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to just like erase them. So looking ahead. Adjusting, is that the right word?
Adjusting?
Yeah, adjusting from my Monday, Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, I think so.
Adjusting based on additional plans.
Okay. So your normal workouts would be on what days?
Mondays and Tuesdays, and Fridays and Saturdays.
Okay. So what you're saying is your Friday,
My Tuesday and Friday
your
of
Tuesday
next
and your
week.
Friday workout might get.
So yeah, that's not even.
Okay. So what would
Focus
be
on next week.
so what would be your workout or your backup plan then?
I'll keep my Monday because that's just a standard Monday. Tuesday we have PD and I'm shopping with my cousin for the rest of the party stuff. So Tuesday's out. Am I calling you next Wednesday?
We can figure that out.
Okay.
Let's just
Because then
let's figure out your workouts first.
Yeah. But there's no classes on Wednesday that I like, so I'll do Thursday. I can't do Friday because it's Friday night. We're making stuff for the party. Saturday, the party's in the afternoon and I work out in the morning, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I can do Sunday morning because all I do Sunday is prep for the week.
Okay. So you're saying you can
Wednesday.
work out then Monday,
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, or Monday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes. My normal 1 hour on Saturday.
Okay.
I usually do a minimum of a half hour on Tuesday, but because it's a Thursday and there's a 2-day gap, I'm going to do 45 minutes on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
My Monday is 45. And then Sunday, I'll do an hour. I can do an hour on Sunday.
Okay. All right. So
What's
walk
next
me back
week's
through
date?
that then.
The
Next
Fourth,
week
third.
is
week of the 3rd, right?
yes, the 3rd is Monday.
Because I'm taking this with me. I'll put it on my calendar when I get home. All right. So for next week, because I know that Tuesday and Friday are off,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to work out Monday for 45 minutes, Thursday for 45 minutes, my normal Saturday time for an hour, and that includes the swim at the club.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to try to get a class.
Okay.
Again, I just need to get out of the pool faster.
Okay.
And then Sunday for 1 hour.
And how does this feel to you?
I don't like change, but I like it written down even better. Like it's not like, oh, I have to figure out what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. So by writing it down, it seems
Yeah.
like it's more doable to you.
Yeah. Like as a teacher, we always look at our schedule and go, this is what we're doing at that. And I like that.
Okay.
I like that it's a week too. I should have put Sunday down here.
Okay. And what would your confidence be on executing this?
I'm going to give it an 8 because 2 of the days are already the same.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to remember that it's Thursday and not get frazzled. Like, I like my routine, and I think that I had to adjust a few weeks back, and it kind of threw me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't bad. Like, I did it. It's just remembering that this is a day now. Like, I'm actually going to have to put it in my phone to make sure that I...
Mm-hmm. Are you going to put it in? I'm sorry. Are you going to put it in your calendar?
Yeah, I do it.
Okay.
I have a paper one in my kitchen, which is my go-to because I never have my phone because I've dropped it in cake batter before. And then I usually sit there on my lunch break one day and I'll sync everything because you can do it on your computer and it'll go right to your phone and it'll send you a half-hour reminder or whatever. So I definitely have to do the reminder for Thursday.
Okay.
And I think that's the only thing, because that whole week's going to be like excited. We're doing stuff. My aunt's turning 50.
All right. So this is something that you seem a little bit apprehensive about.
Just change.
Okay. But it sounds like by writing this stuff into your calendar, into your phone, that should help you be more successful.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's what I have to remember to do looking ahead, and that was why I got my week by week calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at a month, it's overwhelming. Couldn't do it, and the day to day was just too much.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it broken down like this.
Okay.
And this is going to be after work.
Oh yeah, we should have included that.
Because Monday's my standard. Thursday, it'll be after work.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
8.5 now. Feel a little bit better. I want to put this on my
Feel a
calendar.
little bit better. Okay. So, and then when you leave here, you're gonna put these things into your calendar tonight,
Yes.
right? Okay. So, good. I think that you talked about a lot today.
Yes.
But it seems like, you have a good plan for your upcoming week. And I feel confident that you can take care of these things on your list. So, do you have any takeaways from today?
I'm noticing that I'm being sneaky with my words. Planning meals as opposed to actually following through with that. So when I write my goals, not just planning the meals. Well, I mean, that is one of them, but actually making sure that with my newfound free time due to no more on Netflix, I come home and do them. Once it gets started, it's good. It's just getting into that habit. It's not quite built in yet. I still have to go. Gotta make dinner for tonight. I gotta. And doing it before 7:30. I ate very late the other night. Didn't like that. I like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock dinners.
Okay.
I do. I like writing it down. That's my new favorite thing.
All right. Good.
All right.
Okay. So, I guess that's it for today then. So let's talk about scheduling for next week.
Yes. And that was